Hello, you're watching News Mongolia on MNB World. I'm your host, Irtandala Inhamuklang. For our top stories for today, Mongolia honors former UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon with the nation's highest award. Ban Ki-moon interview with Mongolian National Broadcaster. Ban Ki-moon lecture highlights global cooperation and SDG progress. Stay tuned for more news. On National Pride Day, commemorating the 862nd birth anniversary of Chinggis Khan, President Hurusuk Ukhna awarded the Supreme State Decoration of Mongolia, the Order of Chinggis Khan, to Ban Ki-moon, the 8th Secretary General of the United Nations. The order is Mongolia's highest honor, recognizing individuals who have significantly contributed to peace and unity among nations and Mongolia's global standing.
During the awards ceremony, President Hurusuk highlighted that the award is given to leaders who have fostered international peace, advanced Mongolia's global reputation, and supported the country's development. Ban Ki-moon was honored for his leadership in establishing the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and his instrumental role in the Paris Climate Agreement. President Hurusuk acknowledged Ban's dedication to environmental sustainability, human rights, and the advancement of Mongolia's cooperation with the United Nations.
This year, we have awarded the Honorable Mr. Ban Ki-moon, the 8th Secretary General of the United Nations and Chairman of the Ban Ki-moon Foundation for a Better Future, in recognition of his significant contributions through leadership in guiding countries and fostering consensus on the adoption of the Sustainable Development Goals, which serve as a roadmap for human development, as well as his pivotal role in the adoption of the Paris Agreement under the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. His dedication to world peace, human rights, freedom, justice, equality, and environmental protection has been instrumental in advancing green development policies and enhancing cooperation between Mongolia and the United Nations. On behalf of the people, state, and government of Mongolia, I extend my sincere congratulations to the Honorable Mr. Ban Ki-moon on receiving the Supreme State Decoration, the Order of Chinggis Khan.
In his address, President Hurusuk expressed pride in Mongolia's long-standing tradition of honoring leaders who contribute to humanity's prosperity. He emphasized Mongolia's appreciation for Ban's efforts to promote gender equality, women's empowerment, and sustainable development during his tenure at the United Nations. Mongolia has collaborated with the UN on several initiatives, including peacekeeper conferences, the World Women's Forum, and events advancing environmental protection, such as Mongolia's 1 Billion Trees initiative. Ban Ki-moon's past visits to Mongolia, including his establishment of the International Think Tank for Landlocked Developing Countries, were also noted as crucial to Mongolia's developmental and environmental goals. President Hurusuk extended Mongolia's gratitude for Ban's contributions to the nation's social and economic progress and his commitment to addressing climate change challenges globally. The ceremony concluded with President Hurusuk's well wishes for Ban Ki-moon's future endeavors for world peace, justice, and sustainability, underscoring Mongolia's continued support for these shared values.
After receiving the Order of Chinggis Khan, former Secretary General of the United Nations Ban Ki-moon spoke to Mongolian National Broadcaster.
Your Excellency, please accept my sincere congratulations on receiving the highest honor of Mongolia. How did you feel when you get this award?
It's a great honor. I'm deeply impressed by what I have been given this honor by receiving a State Supreme Decoration and Order of Chinggis Khan. I never expected, but the Chinggis Khan was and has been a hero in my mind since I was a young boy. I learned at the school a lot about Chinggis Khan, so to the minds of Korean people at my age, we learned a lot, and we tried to emulate, in fact, when I was young. So after having served as a Secretary General of the United Nations, while I have had a very close relationship and collaboration with the Mongolian government, I never expected that I would be given that highest honor. So I am very much grateful to the decision of government of Mongolia.
Former UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon visited the Genghis Khan National Museum and the United Nations mission in Mongolia. The special lecture Solving the Challenges Facing the World, Mongolia and Korea was held at the museum on Sunday, November 3rd, which was attended by foreign dignitaries including UN Resident Representative Tapan Mishra and Mongolian political figures, business leaders, and representatives from volunteer organizations.
The event opened with remarks from Otabayr, foreign policy advisor to the President of Mongolia, followed by Ban Ki-moon's lecture. The former United Nations Secretary General expressed gratitude for receiving the Order of Genghis Khan. He highlighted this recognition as an achievement in line with the United Nations SDGs and underscored its significance in advancing global peace through joint action on climate issues, multilateralism, partnerships, and cooperation. Ban Ki-moon addressed the people of Mongolia, acknowledging their essential role in implementing the 17 SDGs through active partnerships and initiatives. He stressed that solving global challenges demands elevating international relations to cooperative alliance. Reflecting on the timeline for the 2030 SDG target, he noted that no country is fully on track to achieve all goals. According to the 2024 Sustainable Development Report, only 16% of the SDGs are expected to be met by 2030, while the remaining 84% show limited progress or regression. Another key point of his lecture was climate change. He praised Mongolia's 1 billion trees campaign launched by President Khrushchev, recognizing it as a pivotal national movement to combat environmental issues. Ban Ki-moon also expressed strong support for the empowerment of women and girls, emphasizing that he devoted significant time and effort during his tenure as UN Secretary General to advocating for women's rights and global gender equality.
Now let us take a look at currency exchange rates provided by the Mongol Bank. Now, let's take a look at foreign news provided by our international partner news agencies. Vice President Kamala Harris made a surprise appearance on Saturday Night Live in the final days before the election, playing herself as the mirror image double of Maya Rudolph's version of her in the show's cold open.
The first lines the candidate spoke as she sat across from Rudolph, their outfits identical, were drowned out by cheers from the audience. In sync, the two said supporters need to keep Kamala and carry on Ella, declared that they share each other's belief in the promise of America, and delivered the signature live from New York. It's Saturday night. Harris made a surprise trip to New York City with the election looming, briefly stepping away from the battleground states where she's been furiously campaigning in favor of NBC's iconic sketch comedy show, which she was hoping to generate buzz and appeal to a nationwide audience. Harris came to New York on Air Force 2 after an early evening campaign stop Saturday in Charlotte, North Carolina. She was scheduled to head to Detroit, but once in the air, aides said she'd be making an unscheduled stop and the plane landed at LaGuardia Airport. Harris arrived at 30 Rockefeller Plaza in Manhattan, where SNL tapes shortly after 8 p.m., enough time for a quick rehearsal before the show airs live at 11:30 p.m. It is the final SNL episode before Election Day on Tuesday. The visit wasn't previously announced, and an official familiar with Harris' planning only officially confirmed it for reporters traveling with the vice president moments before the live airing began. The official insisted on anonymity to discuss plans before they were made public.
An AI-powered robot dog is patrolling Jaguar Land Rover's Wolverhampton factory. Rover can inspect EV batteries and flag unsafe conditions before they get out of hand.
Meet Rover, car maker Jaguar Land Rover's AI-driven robot dog, now patrolling the electric propulsion manufacturing center in Wolverhampton. Built with advanced machine learning, Rover navigates factory spaces autonomously, scanning equipment, monitoring temperatures, and ensuring the smooth operation of JLR's electric vehicle manufacturing process. The team behind the robotic canine have trailed it in multiple manufacturing sites, including Lions Park in Coventry, where the robot conducts thermal inspection on EV batteries and helps monitor complex factory environments. Gonzalo Iarque Ronaldini, who works in automation and robotics at JLR, has worked on this project since its inception.
Rover is a quadrupedal robot that is made for automated inspections, and it has 4 legs that enable the robot to walk and go across different areas, navigate obstacles, and also work on dynamic environments that change. It works with internal sensors that enable the robot to locate itself and build an online map all the time of where the robot is located and where it's going. And it's also able to take data and collect information from different assets across the site.
As Rover encounters workers in the factory, it smoothly swerves around them, showcasing its agility and ability to operate safely in ever-changing environments. Equipped with 5 cameras, including thermal imaging capabilities and a versatile arm, Rover can open doors, pick up tools, and avoid heavy machinery in busy factory settings. With a battery life of up to 90 minutes, Rover conducts frequent patrols and inspections.
Having Rover on site allows us to continuously measure a lot of aspects of our build phase. One of those basically being the temperature of our battery units. Rover can patrol areas to given schedules autonomously and monitor battery temperatures and highlight any unsafe conditions that might arise.
While not a traditional guard dog, having Rover on the team means engineers can focus on analysis and maintenance. Currently, Rover is being used at JLR's Electric Propulsion Manufacturing Center in Wolverhampton, its manufacturing hub in Lions Park, Coventry, and at the company's software development center in Ireland, where it monitors equipment and conducts autonomous inspections. The innovation behind Rover's development and intended use is part of car maker JLR's wider commitment to integrating advanced technology in its operations and assisting with its focus on electric vehicle production. Rover is a development of the robotic dog produced by the Boston Dynamics company.
Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you tomorrow with more news and updates. Goodbye.